Hi everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today I have a super pretty card for you guys. This is actually going to be my March's team of Lucky Stampers Make and Take. So it is nice and soft, but I just love the colors. And I don't know if you've noticed, but I am using one of the new Celebration items in the designer series paper, but I have colored it. So I'm going to show you how I've done that in today's video as well. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's go ahead and get started. For our card base, I am using a piece of thick Very Vanilla. This is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. I have a piece of the Springtime's foil. I believe that's the name. Let me double check myself. Springtime Foil Specialty Designer Series paper. This was one of the new items in the second release of Celebration. Celebration goes through from now until March 31st. So you'll definitely want to get your order in. This is a beautiful designer series paper. And this particular one, the foil dots here kind of have a copper tone to them, but we're going to go ahead and color right over that. I have a scrap piece of the regular Very Vanilla. I have a piece of the Shimmer Ribbon in Powder Pink. I have a scrap piece of Pink Pirouette cardstock, and then another scrap of Very Vanilla. And this is what I'm going to use for our circles. We're also going to use a piece of vellum. This can be found in our annual catalog as well. And then I have a Very Vanilla medium envelope, and I have another piece of that same Springtime Foils paper that we are going to decorate our envelope with also. Alright, so let's go ahead. I think we'll start with our coloring. So I'm going to grab my two pieces of the Springtime Foil. I'm going to open up a piece of our grid paper. And for my coloring, I am using my Flirty Flamingo ink as well as my Pink Pirouette. And then I have our brayers, our sponge brayers here. So these can be found in the annual catalog. You will get 2 handles and 4 sponges. And you can just wash these off and let them dry and then reuse them with your colors. Or you can order as many as you'd like. Completely up to you. So I think what we'll do is I'm going to start with my darker color, and I'm just going to roll my sponge in here, and I am just going to kind of go over my foil paper, and I'm going to keep adding color. Ran it. Okay, so now I'm going to open my Pink Pirouette, and we're going to run these over and kind of blend it. My original, it was kind of darker towards the bottom. That was the look that I was kind of going for. Kind of the ombre, right? You know, it's a little darker and then it kind of fades. So I'm going to add some more Flirty Flamingo here. So let me close up our inks so I don't get my hands into those. I'm going to set my scrap piece, my brayers aside. We'll give those a second. That ink could be wet. Let me grab my card base. We're going to give this a nice score. Alright, and then I'm going to grab my other elements here. So with the piece of vellum, I'm going to use our Starburst Punch, and I am just going to punch one of those out. Okay. And then we're going to grab our Big Shot, and we're going to cut our other circles. Whoops. Okay, I have my magnetic platform in my Big Shot. I'm going to grab my pink pirouette. I'm going to grab my second to largest circle out of the Stitched Shapes framelits, and we're going to run that through. Okay, there's our stitch shapes. Now we're going to cut another circle, and this is with our layering circle framelits. And it's about the same size as your stitch shapes framelits, and we're going to run that through. There we go. Okay, we are done with our Big Shot. Okay, so here are all of our pieces. Now the other thing that I have done is with the springtime foils, there is some sheets, I'll actually show you, that have floral images on them. So let me pull these out. So you get 3 sheets of each of the different patterns. So you'll get 3 of these leaves. You have some silver stripes. This is silver and gold, these leaves. And then you have a few sheets with these gorgeous flowers that are more copper. So I've just trimmed out a flower from the designer series paper and I've colored it. So you can choose whichever flower you'd like. You can trim it out, and then I colored mine. You can use your Stampin' blends if you were lucky enough to get those. I know those are on back order right now. You can use your Stampin' Right markers, your aqua painter, whatever you'd like, and just let it dry and you'll be ready to go. So with our card base, I'm going to go ahead and grab our larger piece of this foils, springtime. Add some adhesive to that. Love my fast fuse. Okay, I want to have that deeper pink towards the bottom of my card. Okay, hopefully I'm not getting that on my fingers. Alright, so then with our circles, what I've done is I've kind of overlaid all of them. And I'm kind of just going to set this here. I have a little bit of a different flower this time. So I just want to kind of take a look. I'm going to put my ribbon in the background. It's going to kind of come out behind. Let's see. Behind my flower. Alright, so yeah, so let's go ahead. I'm going to add some fast fuse to my Very Vanilla circle. And I'm going to kind of overlay that over my stitch shapes. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Now where'd I put my vellum? Okay, I'm going to use a touch of fast fuse right in the center because my flower is going to cover this up. So your adhesive will show through the vellum. So you just want to be sure, you know, you've put it in a spot where you can hide it with either an embellishment or another element of your card. Okay, so I'm going to flip this over now. And I'm going to grab my ribbon. Let me see. I think I want these to go the same way, so I'm going to trim this up. And I'm going to lay that into my fast fuse. Okay. Alright, so let's add some more fast fuse to this. Stick that down. Alright, so for the sentiment, I have a scrap piece of Very Vanilla here. I'm using the Happy Birthday from Sweet Cupcake, which is one of my favorite birthday stamp sets. That is in the annual catalog. Let me grab it for you. It is this set here, and I'm using the Happy Birthday. I love the font, and I love this cupcake. One of my favorite sets. So we're going to go ahead and stamp that in the pink pirouette onto our Very Vanilla. And then we're going to flag that. So let me stamp that. Looks good. Make sure I'm using my paper scissors. I think I'm going to trim a little bit of this off. Cut up the center, cut in from the corner. There you go. And then I'm not sure how long I want this, so I'm going to cut it about there. And then I'm going to see. I'm going to grab my flower. I think this one I'm going to place, I don't know, if I put the, I kind of like that too. My original, the flower was more in the center of the vellum. And then I tucked in the sentiment below. But I'm thinking now, I might like it. I think I like it like that. I think that's what we're going to do. Alright, so I'm going to add a touch of Fast Fuse right here on the edge of this. I think that looks good. Okay, so let's add some Fast Fuse now to the back of our flower. And then we can go ahead and add that right there. Isn't that pretty? Love it. Okay, so now we'll bring in our vanilla envelope. I'm going to add adhesive to the flap of the envelope. And we're going to take that other designer series paper that we had. See my crease line. There we go. Close up my ribbon scissors. And now we can come in with our snips and just trim this right off. Look at that. Wonderful. So there is our card and our coordinating envelope. So to order your Springtime Foils Designer Series paper, all you need to do is have a $50 purchase in my online store. I will put up this month's host code. And again, my team of Lucky Stampers will each be getting a kit to create this card and envelope for themselves. If you'd like more information about joining my team of Lucky Stampers, I will have a link in the description of the video. This is a great time to join Stampin' Up! During celebration. There's some extra perks for you, so you have until the 31st. If you have any questions, please reach out. I'd love to talk to you, and I look forward to being back with you real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.